If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. Bruh, this right here, man, I'm talking about, like, come on, man. This pathetic, y'all. I'm talking about pathetic. Y'all laid up here, man, and killed 3 young brothers. 31. The youngest one was Marley, 28. Come on, man. Like, what is it in us that allows us to have this much hate for one another? What allows us to entertain in our minds that I can take this brother's life? For what? Right? I mean, like, if it's just because he was talking, that's enough to get you killed. Talking. If that's the case, talking is enough to get you killed. When it come to us, like, come on, man. Like, when are we going? Y'all got to give me some time with this one right here, because this pathetic, man. So if you got a short attention, a short attention span, you might want to just keep checking in and out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to demonstrate my measure with this one right here, because it's pathetic, bruh. This right here is sad, man. Think about the families. Y'all seen the mother all on the news. Said it, she felt it in her gut. That her son had changed forms. That her son had transitioned. She felt it. We can't comprehend that. We don't understand that. Most of us that ain't never been through something like that. Right? But there's probably some mothers that are hood educated residents that understand exactly what that woman was talking about. She said she felt it in her gut that her son was gone. What is it, y'all? To the point where we can look at another brother and dehumanize him. Look at him as if he is not human enough to live life. Just talking. That's all it takes. Talking. Saying names. That's all it takes to get you killed. Now listen, don't get me wrong, right? I am under the this is how I demonstrate. I believe in an eye for an eye. Don't get me wrong, right? I'm not with all that turn the other cheek and all that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it 100 with y'all. If you do something to mine, it gotta be murder though. If you murder one of mine, then I believe that my family has the right to murder one of yours or to get you. Taking women's sex and touching on children, that's another thing that I just, right? I look, that's just how I am. That ain't gotta be you. This is hood educated. These are my understandings, right? This is how I demonstrate. But from my understanding and everything that we done seen, this man was just talking. And that was enough to get him and 2 of his friends killed. Now, we gotta understand something. Marley went to jail for armed robbery, right? He did 8 years for armed robbery. We gotta understand something, y'all. We don't know what happened in that robbery. We don't know who he robbed at this point. We don't know. You see what I'm saying? The people that he robbed could have had it out for him. We don't know, right? Because you got to understand something. You can't just be running around here robbing people. People don't forgive you for that. Especially if you out here robbing drug dealers and gangbangers and stuff like that, right? But The families, can you imagine, bro, what they going through? The mothers, the sisters, the brothers, the fathers. Traumatized. Anger, hate. They upset. So now what happens? It's the cycle. The eye for an eye. You kill one of mine, hey. Right? Somewhere and somehow we gotta break this chain. Some way and somehow we have to break this chain. Men, we gotta start grabbing our nephews, man. If the fathers are not involved in the life, brothers, we need to start grabbing our nephews, man, at a young age. So that won't none of this evil shit grow with them within their years of developing. We got to get them young. And if the father is bad and this is your nephew, get him. Teach him some things. But not that bullshit. You gotta teach them something right. Because in the ghettos all across America, it's just built on evil, misery, and death. That's what it's built on. Evil, misery, and death. So, look, sisters, let these men have them boys. Let these men get them boys. Brothers, get your nephews, get your children. Because let me tell you something. If you don't want to raise your children, there's a lot of low down dirty. I'm talking about low down dirty men and women that's willing to use and abuse them. So get your children, that's your bloodline. Get them. Teach them. Care for them. Love on them. The things that you was taught that got you messed up, you can't teach that to them. You are the sacrifice. You went through all that for them. Now you can teach them something better. Get your children, man. Look. If you dealing with somebody, right? Listen to me, y'all. If you dealing with somebody, man or woman, that don't care about their own flesh and blood, their own children, get away from that person. Because you don't stand a chance. If they don't love their own flesh and blood, what makes you think they gonna love you? Brothers, get your kids. Men, get your sons. Men, get your nephews. Because we gotta understand something, y'all. Them boys that did that to them 3 young men, it's somebody's children. It's somebody's sons. Grandbabies. When they was this big here, when they was like this, you wouldn't have never thought in a million years that them little boys would be running around here killing 3 people and throwing debris and all that old type of stuff on them. You wouldn't have never thought that. So that's why I'm saying, in order for us to break this chain, we got to start taking more care of our children. We got to start loving them, and we got to start teaching them a different way than what we was taught. Now let me get into this demonstration. I just had to, y'all, I had to. This is pathetic, y'all. I had to. Now let me get into this demonstration. According to the reports, right, they have found 3 dead bodies in Highland Park, Michigan, outskirts of Detroit, right? The 3 bodies that they found were shot. These are the reports, were shot. And was found in the basement with debris all over their bodies. So what happened was these men was killed, and after they was killed, whoever did it grabbed old construction debris and threw it all over their bodies to cover up the bodies, and left them brothers in the basement in an abandoned building. Now, there's other reports that are coming out. They're saying that a 15-year-old, you see what I'm saying? A 15-year-old was caught in possession of Marley Whoop's car. A 15-year-old. It goes back to what I'm saying. Get your kids, man. Because you got evil men and women that will use and abuse them. When the young boy was caught, the 15-year-old was caught, he told the police, hey, a man told me to pick up the vehicle. The young boy said a man told him to pick up the vehicle on Schoolcraft, West Side Detroit. Right? The police, doing their homework, finds the man, lock him up. They got video of this same man that the little boy told him to go get the vehicle, cleaning the car with gloves on. Cleaning it. This goes back to what I'm saying. Do you see how grown people will take a 15-year-old and involve him into this right here, into all this madness? Get your kids, brothers. Sisters, let them grown men have them boys, because they need to be raised by the men. Not saying that you can't do that. We're not taking nothing from you, right? Because you can raise them. But let the men get the boys. Now, after all this, I can hear it, right? They cooked. They done, right? But we gotta keep it 100, y'all. Just because they found that boy in the possession of that car, that doesn't mean that he killed nobody. Just because they found that man cleaning that car, that doesn't mean that he killed anybody. All that means is that he was cleaning the car. And all it means is that that little boy was driving the car that he ain't had no business driving. However, the police did say that it was a significant arrest. So that tells me that there's some talking going on. And not only that, we got to think, who is this man that was caught cleaning the car? Who is he? He could be one of the shooters. He could be somebody that they just paid, hey man, go clean that car, we put that work in. Who knows? But they got the car, and the thing that blows my mind, coming from a gangster perspective, that car, just coming from a gangster perspective, y'all, supposed to have been burnt to smithereens. I'm just keeping it real. I mean, that's what gangsters do. They put in work in the cars. Everybody understand this, and they burn the cars. This is just gangsterism 101, if you want to call it. Right? Now, for some reason, they didn't do that, and now it's connecting the dots to other things. So even though, like I said, that might not mean that they cooked, but it could mean that they cooked as well. Why? Because somebody could be doing some talking, because the police said that was a significant arrest. Now let's get into it, right? I did my homework on this whole ordeal. Now we understand that Marley Whoop, right, was on his way to go do a show in Detroit at Lounge 31. And let me tell y'all right now, just my understanding, I believe that Marley Whoop was set up and backdoored. I don't believe that there ever was a show and Lounge 31. And let me explain to y'all why. After doing my own homework, I come to realize that I never seen any flyers on Lounge 31's Instagram or Facebook of Marley Whoop going there to do a show. I even asked, right? I asked the people at Lounge 31, was he supposed to perform here? And they told me, they said that, we have over 200 some people that we be, that come and use our space. And, we take the, the flyer down off our Instagram to free up space for other artists, right? I said, okay, check it out. So as y'all can see, right, that's what they told me. So after that, I went and did some more homework, right? I went right back on their page. And tell me why I'm finding and seeing flyers from other people's that I'm talking about the time and date done went, but they flyers are still up there. But Marley Whoop flyer is supposedly gone. Now, does this mean anything? Am I accusing Lounge 31 of anything? No, I'm not. But at the same time, I gotta call cap when I see it. Check it out. Now, as y'all can see, y'all see that artist? Y'all see him? That was January 20th. We in February now. Why is his flyer still up there? But Marley Whoop flyer gone. Some things just don't register to me, right? Now, we gotta understand something. Like I said before, I believe that this right here was a setup backdoor out the gate, right? And that there never was any type of show for him to come and do and all that old type of stuff. It just wasn't planned that way. It was planned for him to get to Detroit so they can kill him. And I believe that his homeboys was what they call in the military collateral damage. Wrong place, wrong time. They knew they had to kill Marley Whoop. And in killing Marley Whoop, they knew they had to kill his homeboys. Why? Because the homeboys seen they face. These wasn't no ops that killed Marley Whoop and his homeboys. And let me explain to y'all why. Ops don't do all that. When you see your ops, it's on and cracking right there. Ain't no, let's, try to, sneak them. Let's try to, act like we cool. No. When you see your ops, it's gunplay. They dying right then and there, on the block, or wherever. It's going down right then and there. Ain't no taking them to no basements and shooting them and all that old type of stuff. That's not happening. And another thing that I believe is this right here. I believe that they took them to that place, that abandoned building, and killed them there. I don't believe that they killed them somewhere and then brought their bodies to that abandoned building. And let me explain to you why. Can you imagine the blood that would be leaking from 3 bodies if you killed them somewhere and then brought them to that location in Highland? Nah, that'd be too much. Can you imagine? I mean, that's too much of a risk. You got to carry these bodies in the abandoned building. You take a risk on people seeing you, cars driving past and stuff like that. They took them boys in that building and then killed them. Now, another thing that stands out to me is this right here. They was comfortable. The men that took them to that building to kill them was comfortable in that area. When you doing stuff like that, you're not gonna go somewhere where you're unfamiliar with, because it's too much risk. You don't know. You're not gonna go somewhere where you don't know the people, you don't know the area, nothing like that. No, you're gonna go somewhere where you're comfortable. Yeah, let's go over here and do it because we know don't nobody be over here. Let's go over here and do it because, man, we know the whole layout. We know the play. We know how to get in the building. This is an abandoned building. How you go into a random abandoned building and go straight to the basement? It don't happen like that. You just don't go to random places when you finna kill 3 people. You going somewhere where, yeah, I know I can get away with this if I take them over here. They was comfortable. And I believe that comfortability and everything else, all the evidence that I told y'all before, is gonna lead to that capture. I believe, right, in my mind, that being that they were so comfortable doing what they did, that video that I showed y'all in my other video and all that, that's gonna be their demise. That's how they gonna get caught. If they ain't already being tracked down right now, because they got that man and they got that little boy. So we want to say rest in peace and condolences to Armani, Dante, and Montoya. We got to say rest in peace and condolences to them brothers. Now, another thing that we got to understand is this right here, y'all. How did they find out the location of the bodies? Who called and reported the bodies? How did they find that? Was it the little boy, the 15-year-old? Was it the man? Because like I said, we got to think. This is an abandoned house. It's cold outside. Yeah, you're going to see tracks and all that old type of stuff going to the building and all that. But to say that it's dead bodies in there, or was it just somebody that uses the building to squat? But it's cold. Ain't no electricity. It's cold in Detroit right now. Ain't no electricity. I can't see squatters going in there to live. Ain't no electricity or nothing. How you going in there to live in that cold? You gonna freeze to death. And then not only that, the men who are bringing the bodies there to kill them, they would have had to kill the squatters that lived there. You see what I'm saying? So somehow police got the location. How? Is it the telephones? But from, the reports that came out, they saying that the telephones was turned off around 7:30. All their phones stopped responding, was turned off. So we got to understand this right here. At 7:30, them boys knew that they was in trouble. At 7:30, whoever had them took their phones. They knew right then and there, man, this is tough. And can you imagine what these young men were thinking when these other peoples was walking them to their death traps? What was going on in their head as they was walking toward that abandoned building? Let me say this right here, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all some game and then I'm finna get up out of here. I don't care how scared you is. I don't care how fearful you is. If somebody pull a gun out on you and tell you to get in their car, get in the trunk, don't do it. Nah. Let them kill you right there. Look, man, look, I respect what you doing. You got a gun, I respect that. Here, my money right here, go and get the money. Here go my jewelry, y'all can have that right there too. You want anything, you want the shoes, the coat, y'all can have that. But brother, I can't get in that car. I don't care how much pressure they trying to, look, Hey, bro, if you gonna kill me in front of all these cameras and let these people hear these gunshots and let them hear me yell out my last breath or whatever. But I'm not getting in the car so you can take me somewhere and do what you want to do with me. And that goes for you women. Listen to me. When somebody pull a gun out on you and tell you to get in their car, no. Yell, scream, scratch, whatever. Because you got to understand something. The reason why people pull that gun out is to install fear and to get you to obey, right? Get in the car. Nah, not getting in that car. The reason why they want to get you in the car is because they want to take you somewhere and have their way with you. And after they done having their way with you, they might kill you. We ain't getting in no cars, y'all. None of my hood educated residents and the guests that's watching this right now, we ain't getting in no cars. Nah. Respectfully, I respect what you doing, brother. Here, take all the valuables. But this valuable body right here is not getting in that car. Nah, you got to kill me in front of, everybody. Everybody got to hear them gunshots. Everybody got to hear me yell. I got a shot now. You know what I'm saying? I got a chance. But you taking me to somewhere, to your location, so you could, nah, we ain't doing that right there. So for my men and my women, nah, don't ever. I don't care how scared you is because this person got a gun. I don't care how much they threatening you, they gonna kill you. Well, you gonna have to do it in the public. Because I'm not finna allow you to take me somewhere when you can do it in quiet because obviously you want to do something with me. You trying to take me. Nah, we ain't going for that. Nah, you kill me right here, dog. I don't want to die. No, I don't want to die, but I'm not finna allow you to take me somewhere to kill me. You gonna have to do it right here in front of all these cameras. In front of them peoples right there that's walking and all that. I gave you everything. That's it. So, man, y'all gotta excuse me, man, but I'm talking about like this one right here, it hit your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's pathetic, man. 3 young men. 3. I just can't understand it. This hood educated, not lame related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already, and hit the like button. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. I need y'all to go subscribe to my new channel. The link will be in the comment section, at the top of the comment section. Go check it out and go subscribe to that channel. I will be uploading content on that channel shortly, but I just want to get it out there. You know what I mean? I want to get it monetized before I start doing my thing. So y'all help me out. Before I depart, let me give a shout out to some of the blessings that I received this week. Let me give a shout out to Jamal for the $20 super thanks. Let me give a shout out to Franklin Gatrell for the $9 cash app. Let me give a shout out to Cherie President for the $10 cash app. Let me give a shout out to Avery for the $20 cash app. And let me give a shout out to James Jones for the $5 cash app. I really appreciate all the donations. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there.